Looks like today is my lucky day. I was supposed to see you in 17 hours and 7 minutes. But here we are at 16 hours and 53 minutes. But for us, who haven't seen Miss Chips for half a month, every minute is precious. Little Bear Kiri here missed you too. He told me he wanted to give you a kiss when we met. But I set some ground rules with him. He's only allowed to kiss your cheek, while I... If you don't like it, I can always skip straight to the point next time. Busy days ahead? So, more time for me then? I'll take it. More than half is mine. Really? Is it that noticeable? Well, with that kind of encouragement, I might just stick to salads for another month. Yeah, after showing my ballet teacher the character I'm playing, he thinks I need to slim down a bit more on the upper body. He's less of a mentor and more of a taskmaster, really. Thanks, Saven. I'll bring back some killer Swiss chocolate for you. Saven, you underestimate my self-control. Despite being tempted by delicious food every day, I've managed to lose quite a few pounds. Don't worry, Saven. I may be lighter, but I'm still full of energy every day. Merci. Yeah, I'm picking up a gift for Mark. Yup, I only had a week of lessons, but I want to thank him for his kindness and his guidance. It's not pressure. It's more like positive motivation. I'm going to give it my all to make sure this decision pays off. Savin? You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Oh, I've gotta go. Mark's waiting. And don't forget to feed Applebox some canned food. I dreamt he was drooling over it last night. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Yes, but those early mornings had their upside. I could take my time over a hot breakfast, rather than grabbing a slice of bread on the way to class. The part that really sticks with me, though, is being punished with handstands for not meeting his standards. Ugh, I spent so many days feeling dizzy and seeing stars. You know what? All that discipline turned me into a master at red light, green light. Exactly. Whenever I was punished with handstands, I'd sneak in a little lazy time when he wasn't looking. Otherwise, I'd have ended up so dizzy I might have needed an ambulance to whisk me away. I've moved past all that. But still, hearing you defend me warms my heart. In a way, yes. I didn't think so at first, but during my recent training in France, I noticed something. My instructor was professional, sure, but he was all about encouragement when I messed up. He told me to improve at my own pace. But I don't have the luxury of time. I need to master every move quickly to pull off more advanced techniques. I did, but he said that since I've missed the optimal age for ballet training, adhering strictly to a professional dancer's regimen might not be the best approach. But I just can't come to terms with it. was the only performance my teacher ever approved of when I was 10. Though I didn't train with him long, I've never forgotten that dance. Every movement, every leap, every angle, it's all etched in my memory. You really think so? But it's not nearly enough. The guy I'm playing, he's a star. Someone who dances in front of thousands. He's dedicated his life to this, practicing tirelessly since he was 5, never once letting up in over 20 years. That's a tough act to follow. I've got to keep practicing and pushing myself. I've got to walk in his shoes. Only then can I truly understand him and bring this role to life. I can't just rely on what I already have. I need to push beyond that. I need to be worthy of that big stage. To live up to that sense of pride. Just a heads up, though. I might get so caught up in practice that I forget to eat or sleep, and might even get a few minor scrapes. You can't hold that against me, okay? Miss Chips, the stars are out. Must be tough working with the time difference. Are you a koala? You sure have a knack for finding the perfect cuddle spot. Good night, my dear Miss Chips. Gonna eat you on Thursday. This is Saturday's steak. I can't survive on just one meat meal in 2 days. Yeah, help me with the zipper, please. Miss Chips. Mm-hmm. Do you know, before you came over, I thought this morning would be just another repeat of the past few days. During the endless practice, my mind began to drift, imagining myself at the seaside. Instead of grass, soft sand lay beneath my feet. I felt like I could just leap up and lie amongst the clouds. I was thinking then, what could be better than this moment? And then, you called out to me. At that moment, all the illusions I had conjured up slowly melted away. No sea, no sand. I was back to reality. And then I turned around to see my favorite view. Yes, there's no scenery that can compare to you. Well, well. Looks like Miss Chips has a little troublemaker here ruining the mood. It's actually my fault for not preparing breakfast for you. Oh, and after you eat, come with me to class. I've already spoken to the teacher about it. Bonjour, Professor. I'm about to start. Make sure you're watching. Don't worry, he may be a devil, but he's got the heart of a romantic Frenchman. It wasn't too bad. Just a bit tiring. Ugh. Then come warm me up. How was I in class today, Miss Chips? That's just love talking, right? My jumps could have been higher, and I didn't quite nail that floating sensation. Plus, my leg control was off, didn't fully point my toes either. Looks like my muscles were taking a bit of a lazy shortcut. Probably a bit of both. An expert would spot these things at a glance. Looks like I've still got a long road ahead. No classes tomorrow, so I might just spend the day in the studio working on those moves. Oh, just realizing how impressive I am? Hearing you say that, maybe I am pretty good at this, huh? There aren't really any secrets. When I practice, I try to focus my eyes on things that keep me going. That's not entirely correct. Maybe it's because we're seeing it from different perspectives. Like, from your viewpoint, you see me constantly jumping and practicing. But through my eyes, beyond the bars and mirrors, there's so much more. How should I explain this? I've got it. Why don't you join me for practice tomorrow? Then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Miss Chips, you sure you don't want any dressing on that? You know, you don't have to copy me exactly. I'll give it a try. I'm eating tender beef and silky smooth eggs. Nope, it's just flavorless tofu. I can't wait for tomorrow's beef feast. Well, my next class isn't until Monday. Yeah, he's got a lot of students, so his schedule is packed. He doesn't mind. Ever since he left the stage, he's been dedicated to training students who dream of performing. It's been his life for decades. Yeah, but maintaining that gruff demeanor for 30 years is quite something too. He once said he could be gentle and encouraging like other teachers. But that would blunt the edges of a genius. To achieve true excellence, one must resist the lure of easy compliments. Not exactly. We just happen to see eye to eye on this. Back then, I didn't know what perfectionism meant. I just wanted to be the best. You're one to talk, Miss Workaholic. Absolutely. With you around, everything feels sweeter. Who wouldn't be happy in this honeypot of joy? Today's practice is going to end on a high note. Sure, but you might want to change into your practice clothes first. You know, your suitcase was packed with nothing but work and everyday essentials, plus the Spring Festival couplets you plan to hang up. Not a single activewear piece, so I had someone grab this last minute. Maybe it's because I mentioned on the call that it was for my adorable princess. Miss Chips, you're so silly. I actually picked this out online myself. It was a tough choice, but I finally settled on the one I thought was the prettiest. It had to go well with my clothes, of course. Looking great! Time for our warm-up, Princess Chips. Does it hurt? Just bear with it, okay? A good warm-up is key to preventing injuries. No complaining. We've barely started. Or do you want to stop? Everything okay? You look a bit down. Sounds like you're really torn. I don't think it's something to be conflicted about. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices to achieve our goals. But it's not always a final decision. It's often just an illusion. An illusion that tricks you into thinking that giving up something important now will pay off later. I still remember what my teacher said in my first ballet class. Never bow your head easily. Everyone has their pride. And we've got to hold on to it, to protect it. And if you want to move with ease and confidence, to be in control, you need to have strength. Tighten your legs. Strength starts at your feet and moves up. It's what keeps you grounded. See? You still haven't found your inner strength. I can distract you easily. Miss Chips, do you remember what I said yesterday about what I really see? look at my reflection in the mirror as I go through the motions. Nor do I just observe the people and things in this classroom. My gaze always travels to the distant horizon. Sometimes it's the ocean, the green fields, or the hidden corners of the cities I navigate. These places are my stage. And when I perform on my stage, I never get tired. I only feel contentment, longing to linger there just a bit longer. Are you still undecided about which path to choose? There's one more thing I want to tell you. Miss Chips, what do you see right now? You once told me that when I feel overwhelmed and out of breath, you'd be my life buoy, always there to support and sustain me, so I can focus on what I want to do. And I want to do the same for you. That's not nearly enough. When it comes to you, I become selfish. I want to do so much more.